This video is about how to start an online business with no money. But the secret's out. You have to have money. You need $200 to start any of these ideas and really do a good job of it. So guess what? Go get $200. If you don't think you have it, go get it. Go into your garage and sell crap until your bank account says 200. Go donate plasma until your bank account says 200. Do whatever you can and get there. Because if you start it on too much of a shoestring, you're going to put your business 8 months behind. You don't have to spend $1,000. You don't have to spend $500. But just go get $200 so you can do a reasonable job to start off.
Yep. So let's just dive into it to some of our some of these ideas. You can start with a very small budget. So of course,
tiny.
No money doesn't exist. You can make money. Get to work. Just make it happen. Okay?
No money is excuse.
Mow your neighbor's lawn.
We can do.
Swallow your pride and make it happen. Okay. But if you've got $200, there's stuff you can do. The first one we want to talk about is Amazon. Okay, Fulfilled by Amazon. Lots of people have been doing this for a while now. But here's the premise. Basically, you order a product that you're going to sell through
usually
an Amazon
from
store.
Alibaba.
Yeah, usually you're going to go buy it overseas from Alibaba. You're going to buy it in a bulk quantity. It's going to be super cheap. And you're just going to set up an Amazon store. You're going to have it shipped straight to Amazon. And that's what FBA stands for. It's Fulfilled by Amazon.
So somebody buys your product, Amazon makes the sale, takes the credit card, puts it in a box, mails it to them, and you get your check.
And they keep something like 15%. So the markup's got to be, you got to have enough of a markup to make some money, but it's very, very passive, almost no work. Basically, all you're doing is ordering stuff, sending it to Amazon, keeping it posted on your Amazon store. Very simple.
All right, we're going to talk about the next tip, but we're going to do this one on the move. I didn't tell Ricky we're going to do this. He's wondering what the heck we're talking about. All right, the next one is getting paid traffic and sending it to a product. This is something that can work just incredibly well. The idea is you don't even worry about getting traffic to your website. You don't worry about an audience or anything. You just find a product that you can sell, usually an affiliate product, something on ClickBank or something like that, clickbank.com, Commission Junction, etc. It's dark out here. This video is going to get weird. And I know you're wondering what the heck we're doing. And then you just buy ads, Facebook ads, buy Google ads. And usually what you're going to do is just send that somewhere else. Oh boy, we can't see anything. Do you have a light? This is my shed. Out back. You turn on your flashlight. You got a flashlight on that thing?
It's a new phone. I haven't figured out the
Oh, he doesn't know how to do this thing.
Dang.
You'll have to trust me. In this shed, we have like 15 boxes of selfie sticks. Why? Because I tried Fulfilled by Amazon. And it was a total fail. They are in there and they will forever be locked in that shed. So Amazon.
I have one. I've used it twice.
Yeah. Amazon FBA can definitely be good. And the reason I should add, the reason I went with selfie sticks, which is a terrible product generally to start with, the reason I went with it is because I had an article on one of my websites that got like 170,000 page views a month from that one article about selfies. And so I thought, why don't I just make one of the tips in that article, go buy a selfie stick, and then I have the selfie sticks and I link them down. It didn't work that well. I was selling like 2 to 3 per day. It was too small, so I didn't even worry about it. But it can work well. Ricky and I we almost did, in fact. We almost bought, what was it, bamboo, like kitchen.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Bamboo kitchen organizer things. Amazon FBA can be a very good business. To me, the negatives are this. The negatives are you get a product, you put it on Amazon, you start working to get reviews, get them selling, and then somebody goes on Alibaba, gets the same product, and hops on your listing. It happens all the time. In theory, you should be able to stop them, but it often doesn't happen. So I'm going to recommend. It can be a great business.
It can.
It just wouldn't be where I would go to start.
No, if I had $200, that would be way down my list of businesses that I would start.
But you go to the Amazing Seller podcast. He's really good. If this is what you're doing, go to him. He knows his stuff way better than we do. All right, but paid traffic, you're essentially just buying traffic, sending them to usually if you send them straight to a sales page, tough to make that work. Usually you're going to send them to a webinar with information about it, and then you're going to sell them to that affiliate product. It can totally work, and this is cool because if you're good at it, you can make money next week doing this.
Yeah.
Just buying the traffic and converting them right away. That's the cool thing about it. Problem is, if you're brand new to online business, it's pretty tough to do this, to get a conversion rate that's going to earn more than the ad.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. I've seen that way too many times. In fact, a lot of ad campaigns, if it's not done well, you send people straight to the offer like you just said, it just does not convert very well. You have to have kind of that soft approach first, have that hook that pulls people in, a free webinar, things like that will convert on the offer really well. And if you don't do it well, you're going to pay more than you're going to make.
Yep. But it can work. There was 1 week that I made $250,000 in 1 week because I found a paid ad that worked. And I could buy traffic for 5 cents and sell them for $2. And I just dumped money at it until, the ad gets too expensive, things change, gets more competitive, and then it's gone. But if you can make paid ads work, you just throw money at it and it can be incredible. But it's hard to make that work. All right, podcasting is the next one. I've run a lot of different podcasts and they've been very successful. We've had a lot of people from them. Podcasting itself is difficult to monetize. Really, if you're planning on just doing ads on your show, you got to have an incredible number of downloads to make those ads, make a living wage. And podcasting is a lot of work and it's not passive. You stop making podcasts, you stop making money. And it takes a couple hours every week. But it's incredible. If you want to do something more active, more community driven, a podcast can be great. But I've got to say, a podcast in terms of, podcasting microphone and sitting and recording a podcast versus like this type of podcast where you're sitting down and recording a YouTube video, I'm going to lean towards YouTube.
Yep. It's a lot more interactive. Lots of people spending time on YouTube. There's a little bit of a difference in the two media as well. On YouTube, people aren't sitting down for an hour and a half in front of a computer. They're not even watching an hour and a half long video on their camera. So if you have content that really lends itself to that sort of longer form, and you just love doing it, you just really are passionate about it, a podcast is probably going to be a good way to do it. I listen to podcasts that are over 2 hours long sometimes. I listen to them in chunks when I go running, when I'm driving to work and stuff. But these shorter videos especially can do extremely well on YouTube. It's the setup. Seriously, we're recording this YouTube video on an iPhone.
And we just went outside and it was black and shaky. It was terrible.
But you can do this and the quality's fine. You want to get a decent podcast setup, it's a bit more involved as well.
Yep. The next is a niche site. That's what most of this YouTube channel is about. If you've been watching the Income School YouTube channel, we are very passionate about niche sites. And we have a lot of them that we've built over the years. They are just beautiful because you can do the work in like 60 days. In fact, we have Niche Site School. If you go to incomeschool.com, just click on Niche Site School, and we'll teach you exactly what we do, start to finish, 60 days, what to do every single day for 60 days. And then once you've done the work, you just leave it there. It's like you just planted a seed in the ground. You come back at harvest time and you got traffic coming to it 8, 10, 12 months later. You got income coming from it, and it's beautiful. But if you need money now, don't build a niche site. You're not going to earn money in the first 6 months, hardly at all.
That's true.
It's planting a seed that can reap huge benefits down the line, but it's not a quick money thing.
Yeah, what I love about niche sites is that it's, Jim mentioned this already, that you build it and then it's pretty well passive from then on. But the other thing I love about it is that the income that you generate from it can be fairly stable and consistent for years to come. Okay.
Yeah, like 10 years you can be cashing checks for what you did 10 years ago. It's nuts.
And if you kind of update content 5 years later, you can go another 10 years. And that's what's the beautiful thing about niche websites. It can become a consistent income that can replace like a full-time job.
Yep.
But it is true that if you need money now, or even this month or next month, it's not going to be the best approach.
Yep. All right, next is ebooks. Ebooks is how I earned my first $1 online. I wrote an ebook about photography. I put it out there. I didn't think much was selling, but I didn't realize that the money was, a couple months in arrears that you'd get paid for. And so all of a sudden I got this check for $1,000 and I was like, yes, I did it online. Like the computer gave me money.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But that was back in the heyday of ebooks. That was when the Kindle was still a new thing. It was when the iPad had just come out and people are doing ebooks on there. It was a different day of ebooks. What I would say today about ebooks is, can they sell and sell really well? Can it be your primary product? Sure. But you have to have an audience first.
Yes.
If you write an ebook and you put it on Amazon, you will make $5. It just will not work. You've got to promote the heck of that thing. Yeah.
Your mom will buy your ebook and maybe a couple of friends.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Last is app development. App development is difficult because you're going to have to hire a developer. I'm going to go to Elance or something like that, hire a developer in India. If you're going to go for an app, it's difficult to make money in the app game. I have one that just came out. It's called Really Good Photo Spots. It's for photographers to find cool places to take pictures when you're traveling around. It's a free app for the iPhone. And what I would say is, I'm never going to become rich off this, but it's like, hey, it shows the promise of this is income. And so, yeah, it can happen, but it's extremely competitive and it takes a lot of money and time to develop an app. My just one tip if you're going to get into the app development game is you have to think of an idea that you can skin if you want it to be a reasonable business. So, for example, let's say, my app is Really Good Photo Spots. It's, you press a button of spots near me and poof, it shows you a cool place to take pictures near you, or you can search for places far away. So now I can take that same technology, throw different text and images in there, and we could put it on dirtbikeplanet.com. That's a website we own. And it could be, show me where I can go dirt biking around here. Yep. It could be for camperreport.com, and you can say, where is a free place to camp around here? Boom. All with the same technology, the same format. It'd take me an hour, and I could have that ready to go.
Right.
For a totally different type of app. So make something skinnable. Something that could apply, that the technology could apply to different things, because then you have one investment and you can make a whole bunch of different apps.
Yep. And I think kind of here's the short of it. Any of these ideas could work really well for you, depending on your situation, depending on what you need. If you need money tomorrow, you probably need to go after something that you can just kind of hustle after. The paid traffic to an offer could work really well for you if you can kind of nail that and figure it out. I probably wouldn't put, if I only had $200 and I didn't know what I was doing, I probably wouldn't put all my skin in that game. Mm-hmm. Fulfilled by Amazon could work for you, but again, if you go buy $200 worth of selfie sticks, you
Mm-hmm.
might end up with $198 worth of selfie sticks in the shed.
Mm-hmm.
So again, just, think through what it is that you're going to do. Make sure that you have a plan. If you're in it for the long haul and you don't need the money tomorrow, but you got $200 and you really want to change your life, building a niche website,
hands down.
It's our favorite.
Hands down, niche sites. But if some Somali pirate has abducted my wife and I have to come up with $1 million tomorrow, not going to be building a niche
I'm
site.
probably going to be on GoFundMe. I'm going to be crowdfunding. Okay.
No, if I needed money fast and it was do or die,
yeah.
I'm gonna figure out something really clever with paid traffic to an offer.
Yeah.
But if I'm trying to build a business, I'm trying to make a full-time income and make a job for myself, niche site all the way. If you're interested in getting started, go to incomeschool.com and click on Niche Site School. If you want to make fun of my horrible efforts in Amazon FBA, it's all right. I know. It was terrible. I did a bad job. Comment and let me know what a loser I am. See you guys.